Mike Tyson wasn't just fighting giants in the ring, he was straight up dismantling them. Out of 46 monstrous opponents, Mike beat 41. Yeah, you heard that right, 41. He won 4 of those by decision, but here's the crazy part. The other 37, he either knocked them out or pummeled them until the ref had no choice but to step in. 3 of Mike Tyson's opponents were 6 foot 6 inches tall, and no, that did not make them harder to hit as he stopped 2 of them in the first round. 47 of his opponents were taller than him, and he beat most up. He knocked out those who towered over him by 8 inches. That's peak Tyson. But hold up. Before we dive into the details of the tallest guys he took down, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notifications so you never miss epic breakdowns like this one. And at the end of the video, we will tell you how Mike beat all these gigantic men, everyone having longer reach, speed, power, and skill. Mike Tyson's first knockout of a towering opponent, November 1985, and Tyson was just 19 years old. A teenager. He had already got 11 fights under his belt, all KOs, and people were starting to talk. And Eddie Richardson was a 6'6" giant with a 10-2 record. On paper, Richardson looked like a decent test. He had size, reach, and a bit of experience. But let's be real, none of that mattered when you were in the ring with a young Mike Tyson. As soon as the bell rang, the hype about Richardson's size and reach advantage went out the window. 10 seconds. That's all it took for Tyson to introduce Richardson to the canvas. The first punch Tyson threw, a blistering right hand, connected flush on the chin. Boom! Down goes Richardson. The commentator couldn't believe it, exclaiming it was the first punch he threw. And then his co-commentator added with a laugh, "What took him so long?" To his credit, Richardson got back up, but you could see it in his eyes. He wanted no part of Tyson's power again. He started moving around the ring, trying to keep his distance while Tyson stalked him like a predator hunting its prey. It didn't take long for Tyson to find his next opening. Just over a minute later, Tyson unleashed one of his signature leaping left hooks. Richardson hit the canvas for the second time, and this time, he wasn't getting up. The ref waved it off, and Tyson even helped Richardson to his feet. At 19 years old, he showed the world that no matter how tall his opponents were, they couldn't stand up to his raw power and relentless aggression. Then we've got Jose Ribalta, standing at a towering 6 foot 6 inches. Tyson, on the other hand, was just 5 feet 10 inches. But did that faze him? This fight in 1986 was a masterclass in intimidation and power. Ribalta actually tried to keep Tyson at bay with his jab, and for a moment, it looked like he might survive. But here's the thing about Tyson. He didn't care how long your reach was. He slipped under those jabs and came in with devastating hooks and uppercuts. Ribalta hit the canvas 3 times in this fight, and by the 10th round, the ref had seen enough. Mike was declared the winner by TKO. Next, Tony Tucker, another 6'5" giant. This was a unification fight in 1987, and Tucker actually put up a decent fight. He even landed a few solid shots that made people wonder if Tyson could handle it. Spoiler alert, he could. Tyson didn't get the KO here, but he showed why he was a complete fighter. His head movement was on point, and his body shots, brutal. After 12 rounds, Tyson walked away with a unanimous decision, proving he could beat taller fighters not just with power, but also with skill and stamina. Now, let's talk about Tyrell Biggs, the 1984 Olympic gold medalist. Biggs was supposed to be one of the few guys who could handle Tyson's speed and aggression. Spoiler, he couldn't. This fight was basically a one-sided beatdown. Tyson targeted Biggs' body early on, breaking him down bit by bit. By the 7th round, Biggs was done. Tyson landed a monstrous left hook, and Biggs hit the floor for the final time. Another KO win for Iron Mike. Fast forward to 2000, and we've got Lou Severese, another 6'5" opponent. By this time, Tyson wasn't in his prime, but that didn't stop him from delivering one of the fastest knockouts of his career. The bell rang, and 38 seconds later, it was over. Yup, 38 seconds. Tyson came out swinging, landing a massive right hand that floored Severese. The ref tried to stop the fight, but Tyson kept throwing punches. It was chaotic, but it showed that even in the twilight of his career, Tyson was still a force of nature. Let's not forget Julius Francis, standing at 6 foot 3 inches. This 2000 fight was a bit of a mismatch, to be honest. Tyson came in with something to prove, and Francis, well, he ended up being more of a punching bag than an opponent. Tyson knocked Francis down 5 times in just 2 rounds. It was like watching a lion toy with its prey before finishing it off. By the end of the second round, the ref called it, and Tyson added another KO to his record. Donovan Razor Ruddock was no joke. A ripped 6 foot 3 inch, 230-pound powerhouse with a terrifying smash punch that left opponents on the canvas. When Tyson faced him twice in 1991, Ruddock was in his prime, arguably the most feared heavyweight of the time. In their first fight, Tyson's relentless pressure and savage combinations forced a controversial stoppage in the 7th round. The rematch? A brutal 12-round war, where both men traded bombs, but Tyson's power and grit shone through for a unanimous decision. Ruddock was never the same after those wars, solidifying Tyson's reputation as a destroyer of even the most dangerous giants. Of all Mike Tyson's 53 professional opponents, only one was shorter, Orlin Norris, standing at 5 foot 9.5 inches, just half an inch below Tyson. The fight was ruled a no contest, leaving fans frustrated and Tyson without a clear victory over the only shorter man he ever faced. But how did Tyson beat all those fighters? He dominated taller opponents because he was simply better, faster, stronger, and more skilled. His combination of speed and power was unmatched, delivering rapid, precise punches in devastating combos like body head hooks and uppercuts. Tyson's defense was just as impressive. His bob and weave style and head movement made him nearly untouchable, frustrating opponents and setting up brutal counters. As trainer Kevin Rooney said, he punched fast and hard, and those punches came in bunches. Fighters who relied on size alone were overwhelmed by his skill, proving Tyson's mastery in the ring was what truly set him apart. Alright, that's it for today, folks. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Mike Tyson fight? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow boxing fans. Catch you in the next one.